I am so glad you are here. It is Magical Tuesday in my world. So let's get into it. Added in our Instagram friends over there. I thought I'd go over candle magic today. We've done it before, but I think it's so empowering to know that you get to pick the tools you use, how elaborate you get with them, and that the magic then just can be set loose by lighting that candle and working on your will on that situation. So let's talk about candles you could pick. If you're going to be there to meditate, exercise your will, pray, however you want to think of it, while the candle's burning, then I pick a short candle. I would deliberately pick a candle that's not very big. So we have what are called chime candles or mini candles. They're 4 inches tall, they're kind of skinny. You got to buy the right kind of candle holder for them or make something yourself out of tin foil, which will work. Here, grab your aluminum foil, ball it up fairly tight, put it on the surface you want it to be on, or a surface that can handle what I'm about to tell you to do. Rub it so it's got a flat base, jam the candle into it, maybe scrunch the foil right around the candle. You're good to go. But you can also pick up adorable little porcelain or iron candle holders for them. And then you get to pick a color, which means you get to add another layer of color to the magic you're doing, because color magic and candle magic just go hand in hand so well. So you pick a candle. This would be what's called a 10-hour votive. This is another good short choice in addition to the mini candle. When you see 15-hour votive or 10-hour votive, don't think that's a promise for how long it's going to burn. It used to be a really long time ago, but now it's a reference to the size. So we do a 10-hour votive because it's affordable, frankly. It's a good cost, good price for people. It's under $1 to get the candle, and you can meditate while it burns down, or you can choose to meditate while it burns down partway, put it out knowing you're going to come back again the next day to reinforce the spell by doing it again, or let it keep going, knowing that that flame is carrying on your intent while it's burning. Just do it safely. That's all I'm asking. What can you put these guys in? Well, you can pick, again, another color of votive holder. This is a nice glass one. The light will shine through it. And we've got a whole bunch of colors of these. But my favorite for holding a votive candle by far and away is our chalkboard votive holder, because you can write on the outside of it. You could certainly write on a piece of paper and tape it to the outside of this, but there's just something satisfying about knowing you're putting the spell on the candle holder itself. You can also, by the way, carve the spell into the candle you're going to burn. So if you're doing magic for someone, maybe carve their name in. Just safely, carefully grab something with a point on it. I've even grabbed a pen, a cheap one, and carve the person's name in. So what would I burn a pink candle for? Well, for friendship, usually. So want to strengthen the bonds of friendship. This would be a way to go. Just general positive overall feelings, even in intimate relationships, for the emotional side of the relationship, as opposed to, say, red being about more passion in your relationships, or for something that's not relationship related, just bringing more drive in, more oomph. You want to get a project finished and you're having a tough time, give yourself a little energy, a little boost. It can work wonders. But these are great little votives for that job. And just to go over the colors, this chart is available. You can look at this chart when you're in our shop, no problem. If anybody calls us with questions, we can refer to the chart, but you're going to grab colors based on what they mean to you personally, regardless of what anyone tells you this stuff means. I mean, a lot of people associate blue with medical, but you can also associate it with peace, with enhancing meditation, the subconscious. There's all kinds of ways you can go with it, your emotions. Purple is often associated with royalty and therefore wealth, success, all of those lovely things. And each of these has a planetary association too that can help reinforce the magic you're working. So what am I going to do if I'm going to use some candle magic? I'm going to find a candle Maybe I'm going to carve it. Maybe I'm going to put an oil on it that I think is appropriate to what I'm doing. You might be able to find spell oils, or you might be looking at essential oils and using plant magic in that way. I'm going to coat this little guy up and then put him in the holder and get him lit. And then I'm going to spend some time concentrating on my goals with the candle and the candle magic I am using. If you scan the QR code that's popping up here, you can see more resources on candle magic at magusbooks.com. And of course, we love answering your questions here. If you can come in or phone us here at Magus Books and Herbs in Minneapolis. On behalf of myself and all the crew here, we want to thank you for being your amazing magical selves, and also for doing the little magical things you can do right now for us. You know the ones, the hype points, the likes, the shares, the subscribe. You give us a comment. I do go back and look at them, even if you're watching a replay. So I hope to hear from you guys soon. Blessed be. Have a great week.